Okay, this is a quick video to show you how to change a processor card. This is an EPI2 the 2551, 91171, all use the same processor card. The procedure is the same. This is a base unit, there's no OM1 on top. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to move our indicator by pulling straight up. 24 volt power here, compartment heater is here. Normally there's a standoff with a screw. It's missing on this unit, so we'll act like it was there. We take our screw off, move this over to the side. We have 4 screws that hold the board down to standoffs. Going to take our 4 screws out. Number 1 Phillips works well. We have a number of cables underneath the board that we need to remove. The order is not important on disassembly, but on reassembly it works best to work from the center of the board out. So I'm going to pull the 3-wire, which is 32, 35, 36. That's our inputs. This 4-wire goes to the push button station if you have one. Black 4-wire goes to monitor relay, motor blinker. These 8 go to the indication relays. I have a motor, 4-wire on this side. And on this side over here, we have a 2-wire Molex. We pinch that, pull it up. And on the very bottom of the board, normally you would have a plug, and you'd unplug the plug. This one has solid wires, it's soldered. This is an experimental unit that we have. I would disconnect my plug from the bottom of this board and simply remove the processor card. Going back together, put my card back in place. I push my encoder cable plug back in. It's easier to reset the power before you put the screws in. I'm going to put a screw in to hold everything in place. .24 volt back in. Work over to this corner. When you put the screws back in, sometimes you want to steer some of these wires back underneath the board. It's better to do it when you don't have the screws in there. Black wires typically go to OM1, white wires go to the processor card. I've got my 8-wire here. The 4-wire black on this unit goes to the monitor relay. If you have an OM1, it can also go on the OM1. I have a 4-wire, a 3-wire, I have my compartment heater, and I'm back on this side. I have the motor. When we route the motor leads, sometimes we're better off to route them underneath the standoff, bring them down through here, through the slot. This keeps them out of the way of the cover. We're putting the cover back on. Okay. I have a stripe on these. That's how they're keyed. They only go in one way. So I would have my standoff, put my screw back in. I've got 1 screw to go in the back here. And that's it. So I've got my 4 screws, everything's tight. I've got my motor wire back on, 8-wire white, 4-wire black, 4-wire white, 3-wire, 2-wire, heater, power. That's it.